above with that proud smile on her face, scorebook in hand, getting ready to watch Clayton Kershaw pitch in the major leagues again. Clayton trying to pitch the Dodgers to their 7th consecutive win, a 15th out of their last 17. Best record in the National League at 27-15. Coming off that 9-8 win in 12 innings last night. It's Donovan Solano to lead things off for the Twins. Kershaw winds and throws, and off we go with a fastball strike. 6-1 with a 2.36. The wins first in the National League, the ERA 5th. And when you go back to the beginning of last season, EK, with that 7 perfect innings in Minnesota that Kirsten mentioned, from that point forward, Clayton Kershaw's got the #1 ERA in the National League.
Yeah, I don't think you would have guessed that unless you've watched him pitch over this last year and a half. A lot of people think that, oh, it's Clayton Kershaw. He's been around a long time. He's not in the same breath as some of the flamethrower superstars, but he's a Hall of Famer.
His 2-1 to Solano, who's seen him a bunch and hit him hard, is hit hard down the left field line and into the corner. And Solano's got a leadoff double. Obviously saw each other a bunch. Solano playing for the Giants. He's hitting close to 400 against Kershaw now. So the leadoff man on. Rest of the lineup coming up. You can guess who's coming up now. It's Carlos Correa. Then Byron Buxton will bat third. Kyle Farmer hits cleanup for the 2nd time this season, with Alex Kirilloff at first base hitting 5th. Jeffers does the catching. Michael Taylor in center. Gallows in right hitting 8th. And Willie Castro rounds things out against Kershaw. Correa, who went 0 for 4 last night, swings and misses at a good slider. The 0-1, a curve for strike 2. This Twins offense, 35 runs over the last 3 games. We talk about the Dodgers hitting home runs, but the Twins do it as well. 10 of them in that 3-game span. 0-2 pitch. On 3 pitches, Kershaw strikes out Correa.
Carlos didn't like that pitch, but it got just a bit of the corner right on the edge, and that's where Kershaw's at his best, working just out of the zone to entice hitters and working on that edge.
If Kershaw and the Dodgers get 10 Ks tonight, you know what everybody's going to get. Byron Buxton swings and misses, strike 1. 3 jumbo jacks tomorrow that you can eat during the game for lunch. It's a noon game tomorrow.
That's right. That's right.
It's helping you do your meal planning, LA. Solano's at second, 1 gone in this first inning. Buxton takes high, and it's 1-1. But Byron Buxton had a 0 for 28 slide that he's snapped with back-to-back multi-hit games, going 2 for 6 last night with a game-tying double late. That slider looks good so far, doesn't it?
Well, it was exceptional in his last start against the Twins last year. He just absolutely went to it all game long. In fact, in that ball game, the Twins were 0 for 16 against that slider with 11 strikeouts.
Had 13 total on that day. Curve comes back and it gets him. Well, that thing fell from a mile high.
As a hitter, you give up on that pitch, and you can't, because that thing is going to drop. A true 12-6 curveball. But after that double, 7 pitches, 2 strikeouts, 6 strikes.
There's that final line against these Twins last April. Kyle Farmer watches a fastball strike. That was one of the 2 times Kershaw was perfect through 7 innings last year. Did it against the Angels as well. A few months after that. Took a perfect game into the 8th inning in that case. Strike 2. He's got it all working. Solano's still at second after that leadoff double. Kershaw to Farmer with an 0-2. He turned it up with a fastball, and it's ripped to the left side. Farmer heads home. Peralta throws home. Here it comes. It's up the line, and it's 1-0 Twins. Kyle Farmer, a hit in all 7 games since missing a month after he got hit in the face. And he makes it 1-0 Twins here in the first.
First baseman number 19, Alex Kirilloff.
Just didn't get the pitch high enough. He was trying to go up and in with that fastball. Not really even looking for Farmer to offer at it, just really to change his eyesight to set up the next pitch. But Kyle got on top of that.
Farmer into scoring position on the throw, and Alex Kirilloff to the plate taking a strike. Kirilloff getting his first start against a left-handed pitcher tonight, and this is 10th game of the year. Told you a little bit about Alex last night, but highly regarded prospect coming up. First round pick in 2016. That made it to the majors, debuting in the playoffs in 2020. It's the first guy in big league history to make his debut starting a playoff game. Toss a second, not in time to get Farmer. So then the first 2 actual seasons in the majors for Kirilloff had the same ending. Not good. Season-ending wrist surgeries both of his first 2 years. That wrist finally pain-free, and he's looked like it so far. 2-1. Had a walk-off single in his 4th game of the year. Had a 2-home-run game on Saturday night. Still just 24 years old. Waits on a 2-1 from Kershaw, and checks his swing. Ball 3.
Kershaw in a 3-1 count. He's gone to that fastball 2 times tonight, and both giving up his hits. Good time right now for that slider.
Here he comes. He walked him, clipped him, so it's going to go down as a hit by pitch. That's better on the stat line than a walk.
Right.
I don't like walks. Coming off an 8 strikeout, no walk performance. It's the 4th time already Kershaw's done that this year. At least 8 Ks, no walks. 2 on, 2 out, and the catcher, Ryan Jeffers. Slider dips under the swing, strike 1. Clayton was telling us when we visited with him last weekend that sometimes that slider gets too low velocity-wise, like in the 85 range, and there's too big of a differentiation from the fastball. A lot of times guys talk about wanting that differentiation, but he wants it to look as much like the fastball as it can. And when it's 87, 88, like these first 2 pitches to Jeffers have been, it's really hard to tell the difference.
Right. Well, it's not only the speed, but also the way it comes out of his hand. He throws his fastball and his slider. It almost looks exactly the same, and that's what makes it so difficult for hitters to pick up.
And so you watch it, and it's like, well, that thing doesn't move that much, but that's almost the point.
Well, it doesn't move metrically. If you measure all the, how it moves, it's not anything that you go, wow, this is a great pitch. But because of the way it comes out of his hand, it literally, he doesn't get on the side of it. It's almost like he's throwing the fastball the way he throws his slider. And then you talk about the similar velocities.
Curve has popped up on the infield. Who wants it? Guess who? Clayton Kershaw makes the grab and ends the first inning. But the Twins strike first on a 2-out base hit from Kyle Farmer. The games against the Padres, they erupted for 9 runs in last night's game. Mookie Betts heads up there to lead off, and then Freddie Freeman. Jason Hayward bats 3rd tonight, with Will Smith getting the day off. Muncie's sitting cleanup after his 2-home-run game. J.D. Martinez and James Outman's back in there. Then Peralta, Rojas, and per usual with Kershaw pitching, Austin Barnes catches against Bailey Ober. Mountain of a man at 6'9". What is it like facing a guy who is 6'9" and right on you?
Right, that's the thing. The extension, it feels like the guy is just putting the ball in the catcher's glove. Got to get the bat going early.
2-0 on Mookie Betts, and so it's 91-93, but it feels a whole lot harder than that. His 2-0 pitch to Mookie Betts is ripped down the line, hooking, foul. Well, he got the bat started.
He did. Well, and remember, in his last start against the San Diego Padres, Tatis, first hitter, first pitch, home run.
So no decision in that game. Went 6 innings, gave up 3. Ober started the season in AAA and got a spot in the rotation when Kenta Maeda was hurt. This is his 5th start. He's 2-0 with a 185. And his 3-1 to Mookie Betts is on the corner for strike 2. 27 years old, originally from Charlotte, North Carolina. Pitched collegiately at the College of Charleston. That's down the line and fair this time. And Mookie Betts does exactly what Donovan Solano did for the Twins in the first inning, and that is open it with a double.
But you knew he was seeing the fastball well by that pitch that he hit just down the line, foul, almost for a home run. Here, waits a little longer, gets the bat head out, crushes that ball into the left field corner.
Tying run in scoring position just like that. Freddie Freeman to the plate. First pitch breaking ball misses. Last 5 games for Freeman, he's hitting .450, 5 extra base hits, 7 knocked in. On this 1-0, Freeman pulls it by first. Good ups down there by Clayton McCullough. Was a workout beast.
Right on the road, you see him. He's in his outfit going to seek out a gym.
Folks are now wondering, what is his outfit to go to the gym?
Let's just say he looks like he's going to work out.
Yeah. 2-1 on Freeman. Dodgers have scored more than 6 runs per game on this 14-2 stretch. Done it with the long ball. They've done it with the walks. Last night was a snapshot of that. Winning the game with the bases loaded walk, but hitting 3 home runs on the way there. And Freeman just missed, making it 4. He doubled off of the wall. Next home run will be the 300th of Freddie's career. Tying run at second, 3-1 pitch. Good one to hit, fouled it off. Ober's gone full on both hitters so far. Here's his payoff. Popped up left side. Farmer dancing around in foul ground, gets there and makes the catch. One away in the first inning. Jason Hayward to the plate. And if you had told Jason Hayward midway through last season you're going to be hitting 3rd for the Dodgers next year, what do you think he would have said?
Said no way. And that's what we were talking about. The Dodgers have the best record in the National League. Jason Hayward hitting 3rd for them tonight. And again, that's just the uniqueness and how good this Dodger organization top to bottom is.
Ober just barely got rid of that thing. Where the pitch clock ran out. It's ball 1. Dodgers trying to take advantage of the leadoff double. 2-0 on Hayward.
Jason in a good spot right now. Ober against the left-handed hitters. Fastball, changeup, curve.
2-0 gets a fastball by Hayward.
See, so far you can tell again the velocity doesn't look that good, 93, 94, but it gets right on top of you. Freddie Freeman, a 3-2 fastball, missed it, fouled it to the third baseman, and that one 2-0 got it by Hayward.
2-1 takes off on him. So trying to harness that changeup. 3 balls and 1 strike. When he was in the minor leagues, he was throwing high 80s, but still so much upside, and he was still getting people out just because of the uniqueness of the frame and that elite extension. Releases the ball a foot closer to home than the average major league pitcher. His 3-1 is high for ball 4. The Dodgers are at first and second. Couple of ducks on the pond for Max Muncy, and we take a look at our Verizon player profile. 2 home runs for Muncy last night.
Number 13.
And has owned the Minnesota Twins. He's now hit 5 homers in his last 4 games against them. He's got a petition into the league for realignment. Get
Right.
the Twins into the National League West. Now, bear with me on this one. Boy, again, that pitch clock had run out and he hadn't thrown.
Right?
You got a rookie umpire back there, Shane Livensparger, who is responsible for calling the violation. And Muncy's saying, look.
Yeah, you can see the clock as a hitter out in center field, and you know when it's at 0, you're thinking, okay.
Livensparger was the umpire yesterday who missed the call at first base to help the Dodgers take the lead in the 8th inning of that game. Earlier in the game, Max Muncy teed off twice. Now 14 on the year to lead the majors.
His 4th multi-home run game of the year so far.
Fouls it into the glove, 2-2. Lifts it in the air to left field. Castro's going back at the track, at the wall with room. Martinez just misses, giving the Dodgers a first inning lead. Fifth, given all the circumstances, one of many memorable outings of his Hall of Fame career. Give up a run in the first inning, faces Michael Taylor to open the second, and misses down and in.
I think going back to that game, I don't think either one of us saw that coming just because of the weather. You know, early on, Clayton, just you don't know what you're going to get. And he goes out there, of course, no sleeves. And look at all those strikeouts he got on pitches out of the zone, on sliders. I mean, that may have been the best I've seen him as far as dominance. It was almost like he was playing a video game. It's like, all right, I'm throwing a slider and you're still not going to hit it, and you're going to swing at it, by the way.
And he's doing that again this year, by the way. He's getting chases at a higher rate than any pitcher in baseball. Inside corner here, 2-2 on Taylor. He throws strikes more than any pitcher in the National League, and those things typically go hand in hand. You got hitters gearing up for what they think is going to be a strike, and then sayonara, sneaks its way out of the zone. Two. Curve gets an awkward swing and a miss and gives Clayton Kershaw his 3rd strikeout.
Number 13, Joey Gallo.
You don't need to look at the metrics or the velo or anything to know what a pitcher has. All you have to do is watch the hitter swing. When you see something like that, a big league hitter offering it something that bounces well before home plate, that's when you know he's got it going on the mound.
Joey Gallo drops some leadoff to 8th with the lefty on the mound and takes ball 1 from Kershaw. Gallo was 0 for 3 yesterday, and then the pinch hitters started to come in, and the pinch hitters wound up getting more at-bats than the starters did with as long as that game went. Chases this one, and it's 1-1.
When you're hitting eighth, if you're the guy hitting eighth, you like to call that the double cleanup. Feels a lot better than hitting eighth. You know, he's like, hey, I'm the second, fourth hitter.
You didn't have to worry about that.
I think I did my A's days.
Did you? Towards the end.
I was just happy to be in the lineup.
Yeah. You all hit double cleanup eventually, right? The 2-2 from 22. We'll do it again. Dodgers looking for their 7th straight win, looking for their 11th consecutive win at home, and 12th win in a row against the Twins, which goes back 12 years. Gallo puts this one in play, but weakly in the air on the left side of the infield for Miguel Rojas. Thing was up there forever.
You know what's funny? That ball was up there, and I'm watching Miguel Rojas, and then I'm thinking, wait, maybe I'm looking at the wrong guy because he hasn't caught anything yet.
Yeah.
Maybe it went to second base. That thing was, yeah, he's pointing up to the sky right now.
Joey Gallo hits some majestic home runs like most people can't. Yeah, I guess same applies with how he hits his pop-ups. Willie Castro fouls back the first pitch. Castro is not double cleanup. He's just simply the
He's just ninth. Yeah, he's just ninth is ninth.
Yeah. Second leadoff.
Yeah. There you go. You know what, though? You're getting into that youth baseball, and you'll find out that that's how they'll sell it to you.
The way they sell it at the stage I'm watching right now is the last guy to bat gets a grand slam every time.
Oh, there you go.
Serves this one through the vacated right side with the defense on for him to pull. And it's a 2-out base hit for Willie Castro. Not a grand slam, but a 2-out single.
Just fights that thing off. Not a lot of exit velocity on that one.
Back to the top of the order, Donovan Solano. Doubled and scored in the first inning. Outside corner strike.
You know, one of the things to watch for tonight, again, we talked about at the top of the show, Kershaw hoping to save the bullpen, give them a bit of a breather. Already 38 pitches here. We're not through 2.
Dodgers used 6 relievers on last night's game. Runner takes off, picked a good one to go on. It was a curve in the dirt and no chance. Twins steal fewer bases than any team in baseball. That's their second, though, in the 2 games here.
They picked a curveball that bounced, and really a good time to run, because if you do get thrown out, you've got Solano leading off the inning.
RBI chance for Solano, and this curveball is in there for a strike, and it's 1-2.
So good. That's the thing. Kershaw doubles up. He just threw a pitch that bounced, and so as a hitter, you're thinking he's not going to come back with that.
Sliders hit foul. Another 1-2 pitch to Solano is tapped off the end of the bat. Left side, Muncy can't get it. And Solano's on to keep this inning going. That was a changeup from Clayton Kershaw. Just the 5th one that he's thrown in 9 starts this year.
Got real weak contact, almost too weak, and you see Max just off the tip of his glove, not bent over enough. Got his head on it. Really 2 balls that weren't hit all that hard at all. Got runners on first and third.
For Correa, with this little 2-out burst, Kershaw struck him out on 3 pitches his first time, and he's just outside with a fastball here. So Clayton's thrown 5 changeups this year, and he's always hesitant to throw changeups, but he's thrown 5 of them and given up 2 hits on those 5 changeups. He may never throw another changeup again, knowing the way that his mind works. Ball and a strike. Shakes a couple times there. Castro at third, Solano at first. Kershaw to the plate, 1-1. It's by him and strike 2. The 1-2 pitch just stays alive. Kershaw really having to work hard through these 2 innings. 47 pitch coming here. It's another 1-2 to Carlos Correa. And it's the curve to strike him out in strand 2. He struck out Correa twice in 2 innings tonight.
Gear up with your Dodgers at MLBShop.com.
James Outman leads off the second for LA and takes ball 1 from Bailey Ober. James is seeing the league adjust to him. In his rookie season, that monster first month, National League Rookie of the Month. Struggling so far in May. What do you remember about those first adjustments that the league made and how hard that was to adjust back?
They're going to come at you and just test you with the fastball first. And once you prove you can hit that, then they're going to start going away. They're going to start finding holes in your swing and attacking that. And that's why the first time around, again, you're going to get the fastball. But now you've got to adjust. You've got to lay off pitches. Got to be more selective. That pitch right there for him, it's enticing and it's at the top of the zone. It is a strike, but that's not a pitch that he hits. And while it may be a strike, it's up in the, it's a good pass. It looks nice, but that's not where he does his damage.
In fact, that's been the spot where they've started to go to more and more. And he's hitting just 118 against fastballs up.
And you see what he's done. He's swung at both. He's offered at him. You just got to lay off of those things.
And on 3 straight elevated fastballs, a strikeout.
And I might add, it is so easy to sit up here and talk about what you need to do. But when you're in that box and you're battling like this, you got 1,000 things going through your head. And it's just race, race, race.
Ober's first strikeout of the game, 1 away in the second. David Peralta had another big hit last night. And he's starting to turn himself into a guy the Dodgers really want up in big situations. One on one. Made a name for himself like that over 8 seasons in Arizona. Behind 1-2. Fly ball center field for Michael A. Taylor. 2 gone in the second. Bailey Ober, a guy that the Dodgers once drafted. Mentioned that he went to the College of Charleston. Spent 4 years there because after his first year he underwent Tommy John surgery, and so battling back from that while he was taking classes. And then he pitches as a junior coming back from Tommy John, and the Dodgers drafted him in the 23rd round. His first one to Miguel Rojas. Check swing, ball one. Decided to go back to school, pitch one more season, and then the Twins took him. But he was just a 12th round pick at that point, and very much a project. I mentioned the high 80s velocity. Project that enticed a lot of teams, though. Swing and a miss, 1-1.
Well, one thing you're not going to teach 6'9", right? And even the way he throws him with his extension, so you look for growth potential.
Shot down the right field line. Gallo's over. It is out of play. When you say you're looking for growth potential, you mean literally like growing inches?
Not at 6'9",
yeah,
right?
You're pretty much maxed out.
But just pitchability, gaining more velocity, learning how to move his body. You see Joey heading over there. Not good on the knee. But that's the thing a lot of teams do. The Dodgers do it as well as anybody. They draft guys with certain characteristics that aren't teachable, and then they improve the other attributes.
Weak pop up into right. That is Gallo to put it away and end to 1, 2, 3 second for over. Clayton Kershaw has had to work a lot harder in this start than he did last time against Milwaukee. He needed just 13 pitches per inning against the Brewers. He's thrown 47 through 2 tonight.
Yeah, Twins have been making him work. And had some cheap hits the last inning. Not real hard hit, but they found some holes and led to more pitches. You mentioned 47 and trying to save that bullpen tonight.
Byron Buxton leads it off. Struck out his first time on a curve from Kershaw. One of the 4 that Kershaw has. Buxton out of Baxley, Georgia. Tiny town. He grew up outside of it. 10 miles of dirt road between him and town. Swings and misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. And from the time he was old enough to play, he was the star, whether it was baseball or football or basketball. Grew into a local legend there. Not only was he the best hitter in the state, but in the state championship, he was on the mound and he had an 18 strikeout complete game. Overpowering kids with a 98-mile-per-hour fastball. Puts this one in play right side. It is a race to the bag that Buxton wins with a dive. The pride of Baxley showing off that speed.
Man, that's a 3rd hit in a row now for Kershaw as far as not hit hard at all off the end of the bat, just finding a place. I mean, Kershaw's throwing well. He's avoiding the barrel, but just is having zero luck.
Well, 5 hits, 2 of them infield hits. One of them was just a little bleeder that found its way through. Farmer's got the RBI. Solidly struck base hit to left field with 2 gone in the first inning. And ahead here 2-0. That's what Kershaw was most pleased with in Milwaukee, was his fastball command. And the Brewers went just 1 for 8, or 1 for 9 against his fastball. Home with a 2-1 that Farmer swings over, and it's 2-2.
So good. That slider out of the zone, enticing though. A hitter's count 2-1.
Gets him looking with the curve.
Farmer made that call for the umpire, right? He knew it all along. Great curveball right on the border. Just freezes Farmer.
All right, to the 5th K for Kershaw. 5 more, and everybody gets a free Jumbo Jack. One on, one out. Here's Alex Kirilloff. Got hit by a pitch his first time. And fouls off Kershaw's first pitch.
You mentioned the 5 strikeouts, all of them coming on the breaking ball tonight.
Twins are one of the worst left-handed breaking ball hitting teams in baseball. There goes Buxton. Throw from Barnes won't happen.
Buxton not only got a good jump, but that would have been a tough pitch for him to handle. Down and away, just couldn't move his feet around quick enough.
Buxton now 80 for 90 in his career stealing bases. Back early on, he was great power and great speed. Stole 29 bases in a season. It was 2017. That's the only season that Byron Buxton has played 100 games in. And that was the whole idea we were talking about last night, why he's DHing this year. They figure 130 games of Buxton as the DH is a heck of a lot better than, say, 90 as in center.
Right. Well, and the other thing, too, you mentioned that doesn't steal bases as often anymore. That's twofold. You're diving back into first base on pickoffs if you're a threat. That's wear and tear on your body, and then sliding into second base.
One-two from Kershaw is tapped along first. Freeman is there. Kirilloff's out number 2. Buxton to third, and it'll bring up Ryan Jeffers.
Number 27, Ryan Jeffers.
You look at the line tonight and you see 5 hits. Kershaw's already given up 5 hits. 3 of those 5 exit velocity of 66 miles an hour or less. Right.
That is a pitch clock violation. And so 1-0 count on Jeffers. Kershaw deals. Jeffers swings and misses. That's already 14 swings and misses for the Twins tonight. The 1-1 pitch. Jeffers takes a curve that's a little bit high. Yeah, Kershaw's gotten some high calls on that curveball tonight. Not quite that time. Buxton at third. 2 gone and a 2-1 pitch. 2-2.
You said 14 swings and misses, 13 of those on the breaking ball. So what do we think's coming right here?
I think there's pretty good chances of breaking ball, huh? One of the 2. Slider of that curve. 2-2. It is a fastball. I think Jeffers was sitting with us thinking the same thing, and that fastball went whizzing by. And a scene for a postcard right here at Dodger Stadium. 1-0 Twins in front as Austin Barnes takes ball 1 from Bailey Ober. Leadoff double in this game for Donovan Solano. He came in to score on a 2-out base hit from Kyle Farmer. That is the scoring through 2+. Barnes out of the 9 spot today, ahead 2-0. Kershaw's 9th start. Barnes has caught 7 of them. Yeah, when he's behind the plate for Clayton, Kershaw's got a 1.62 ERA this year. Chopper left side. Correa from short left field guns him. What a strong arm from Carlos Correa. Barnes not a slow runner, and Correa is still able to get him.
Not only the strong arm, but the ability to make it a good one-hop throw. He knows what he's doing. He's not trying to get it all the way there. Skips it perfectly off the grass, makes it very easy for Kirilloff over there.
One gone for Betts. Ball 1 from Ober. Mookie's got the lone Dodger hit one time through the lineup. First inning double. Strike, and it's 1-1. Betts making his 8th start at second base tonight. He's also started 5 games at short. And small sample, but the numbers really good when he's playing in the infield. Jeffers gives this one a look. Out of room. Anything to this, you think?
Maybe just a little more relaxed. Just maybe he feels more comfortable. But it's such a small sample size, right?
Yeah.
You know, I'm not ready to give him the silver slugger at second base just yet. But I think more than anything, the fact, though, that he has success there just speaks volumes of his ability as a player. Doesn't matter where you put him.
Well, he would tell you there is something to that. That, number one, it's the fun that he has.
Right.
And like you said, playing a little bit more loose, just throwing him back to his childhood baseball days. On a 2-2 from Ober, waits on it, fouls it off. Then he said the other thing is, I'm not making that long run out there 9 times a game. Just a short little jog. Save my legs.
I'll say this, too, though. I think also playing in the infield, you have to be more involved in the game. I mean, I just feel like you've got to be more cognizant of things.
That's one of the things he does really enjoy about it, is it feels like he's so engaged.
Right. I mean, out in the outfield, you can find yourself talking to fans and looking around because you don't get a lot of action out there sometimes.
Another 2-2. Betts takes high, ball 3. Well, during the World Series in 2020 and really that whole run in the bubble in Texas, his wife Bree would sit out there and he would have conversations with her during the game just to help the time go by. On a 3-2, swings and misses. Ready change up from Ober to get his second K.
It's a great pitch by Ober. Betts, especially his first at bat, all over the fastball and just pulls the string there. Does Ober.
Ober's retired 7 straight, and Freddie Freeman bats for the bases clear. Knifes this one in foul ground, and strike 1. I mentioned Freddie's sitting on 299 career home runs. He got to number 200 by homering in 4 consecutive games when he was with the Atlanta Braves. He bangs the base hit into center field. While that was really exciting to go on that tear like that to get to 200, it gave him his 200th right before the Braves flew west to play in San Francisco, where his dad was going to be to watch him. So he's kind of looking forward, he thought, to maybe hitting number 300 in front, or number 200 in front of his dad. But the point in telling you that story is that Fred is here tonight. He's here at every home game. So Freddie can get it done on this homestand. His dad will be there to watch number 300.
Dad's not flying to St. Louis, right? You already made that clear.
Well,
we think. We think, right?
Wouldn't put it past him. Especially if he's still sitting on 299.
Yeah, no, right.
Knowing how tight-knit that family is, how tight those two are. His old Braves buddy, Jason Hayward. On an 0-1 pitch. Strokes one up the middle, but Correa's there. And that's that in the 3rd. Yeah, the fastball Really good his last time out. He's located it well again tonight.
Yeah, that last strikeout, I mean, I don't think anybody thought he was going to throw a fastball there, especially Jeffers.
Bottom part of the Twins order, Michael Taylor struck out his first time. One of the most aggressive guys in the league. He showed it there, swinging at Kershaw's first pitch. A curve that he's able to lay off of, and the count evens 1-1. Taylor was part of Minnesota's offseason mission to add a bunch of depth after they had the injuries ruined last year. And he came in thinking, okay, I'm going to be the backup center fielder, get some starts in the corners, because they got Byron Buxton, an all-star there. He had no visions of being the everyday guy like he's become. It's 2-2, but it all kind of stems from a little dinner conversation. Carlos Correa invited Byron Buxton over to his house at spring training and made him this nice meal of seafood pasta. Count goes full on Taylor, and they sat down. They had like this 3.5-hour dinner where Correa said to Buxton, look, what is best for our team is you DHing, you being healthy enough to play a full season and get to the plate 500, 600 times. And it wasn't something where Buxton right away was like, yeah, I'm cool with that, because this guy who takes a lot of pride in his defense, is valuable defensively. That's a walk for Taylor to lead off this fourth. And he didn't even leave the dinner with a great seafood pasta convinced. Took him a few days, and he thought about it, and then he came and he said, look, I get it. And we've now got Michael Taylor, which was part of the reason why the pieces all fit that way. Buxton goes in DHs, presumably stays healthy in that case. And then he can have Taylor, who's one of the best defensive center fielders out there, man that spot every day. He's on for Gallo, who fouls off the first pitch.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense, and obviously both players had to buy in. I think it also, Buxton too signed to that long-term deal, makes it a little easier to digest. Can go with the, hey, look, I do whatever I need to do for the team here. I'm set. But by the way, that walk right there, the first walk that Clayton Kershaw has issued at home this year.
That's amazing. So there's two tosses over on Taylor. It has not been nearly as off to the races as I think a lot of people envision it would be in the second disengagement. Taylor's got a really healthy lead. Darren Kershaw to try again. He will. And that's number 3. Taylor's going to get second. Kershaw not a fan of the new rules tonight. He's been called for a pitch clock violation and now a third disengagement over there that officially goes down as a balk. Strike 2 on Gallo.
Well, we talked about it too. That the Twins not that notorious for running the bases or stealing. They've gone to that tonight, though.
Well, they came into the series, EK, with 10 steals in 41 games. They have 3 in a game plus here in LA. One-two to Joey Gallo. This is away ball 2. I think all that's really missing for Kershaw tonight would be a left-handed hitter to hit a ground ball through the right side base hit with no shift.
Right?
The trifecta, new rules biting him. Gallo lays off and the count is full.
75 pitches through 3 full innings.
Base hit right field. Taylor stops at third as Hayward guns it in, and they're at the corners. Not a ground ball, but probably a scenario where somebody's hanging out over there in the shift era.
Yeah, probably a one hopper to him on the grass. Old teammates there, right?
Yeah. The 7-hitter and the 8-hitter putting runners at the corners for Willie Castro. And Castro's got a base hit to left field. 2-0 Twins. Bottom third of the order getting it done here in the fourth.
Again, just singles, some base running threats, disengagement rule violated. And last night the Twins, they hit the ball out of the park, and tonight just putting the bat on the ball.
Got double-digit hits 3 games in a row. They had 13 last night. They've already got 7 today. As Kershaw misses with his first pitch to Solano. He's got 2 of the 7 hits. Doubled and scored in the first, singled in the second. Gallo at second, Castro at first. That's a strike on Solano. Now the 1-1. Caught the corner, 2-2.
Feel like right now Kershaw can go with that fastball away. With these Twins hitters, they're looking for that breaking ball, especially that slider coming into them.
Curve popped out of his hand a little bit. The count goes full on Solano. 92 pitches to go 7 innings last week in Milwaukee. 83 pitches through 3+ today. Still nobody out in the fourth. 3-2 pitch. Got him swinging. Number 7 for Kershaw. First out of the fourth. And it brings up Carlos Correa.
Such a huge at-bat right there. Kershaw wins out. Goes that slider on the outside quadrant. 1 pitch away from keeping it at 2-0.
And here's the one thing he can hang his hat on in this game so far. He has struck out Correa both times. Correa in this series 0 for 6, 4 strikeouts. And his average down below 200 now. Came into the game 82 qualified hitters in the American League with an average that ranks 77th and an OPS that ranks 64th. 1 ball, 1 strike. '28-year-old in his 9th big league season, second one with the Twins. Gallo at second, Castro at first, and he fouls off a curveball. 1-2. First pick of the draft in 2012. He debuted as a 20-year-old, won Rookie of the Year in 2015. He goes through a few years where he's injured half the time before surging again the last few years. Good stop by Barnes, and it's 2-2. Yanked foul. Hit the wiring on the net.
Did, right?
It's weird.
Fans threw back the foul ball that Correa hit into the stands. Not even a home run, right? Throwing back foul balls.
Another 2-2. Correa goes up the middle. Nice play by Mookie Betts to start a double play. Stealing some momentum back for the Dodgers. Down 2-0, middle 4. Muncy to lead off. Went into yesterday's game 2 for his last 28 and then clubbed 2 home runs as part of a 3-for-5 effort. Lifts his ball to right towards the corner. It's over the head of Gallo, and it's a double to start the inning. Bunch of topspin on that ball. Hooked its way to the corner and skipped over the fence.
See this pitch just up in the zone, just kind of spinning, and you mentioned it gets the top spin over Gallo's head. Another leadoff double for the Dodgers. They're unable to cash in the first inning with Mookie Betts started things.
Muncy in scoring position. Martinez at the plate. Cranks the first pitch on a line to left field. That's a base hit. Cut off by Castro. Muncy to third. Martinez an aggressive turn, and he holds with a single.
This ball hit hard out into left field. Max Muncy has to wait to make sure that the ball drops. Castro gets over and hustles it in.
And so the Dodgers better swings against Ober here. He's been a tough customer through 3. Really outside of the Mookie Betts double in the first inning. Not much to write home about. All right, James Outman has struck out in 5 consecutive at-bats. First and third, nobody out. Change up, feather over the outside corner for a strike. First time up BK, he got ahead in the count, and then Ober just started to pound him with that high fastball.
Yeah, he just got to try to lower your sights as a hitter right now.
Pretty juicy fastball there.
Yeah, just a tad bit behind. We talked about Ober and his extension, release point much closer to the plate than a lot of pitchers. Gets on top of the hitter fast.
Here he comes with an 0-2. Outman down on a high fastball again. Frustrations mounting for the rookie.
But it's one of those things as a hitter, when you're up there, you're saying, hey, don't swing at the high pitch. Don't swing at the high pitch. And anybody that's into psychology, the minute you say don't, guess what you're automatically doing? You're going to do it. You're going to swing at that pitch. And he's fighting it right now.
First and third for Peralta. That is just foul. David Peralta flirting with that line again. So what is, Eric, the better way to frame it? Is it to look for something down?
That's what you say. Yeah. I'm looking for something waist or below. I'm looking for something down. Don't use the word don't.
At some point, do you make the adjustment and say, okay, I know they're going up there with a high fastball. I'm just going to look for that?
No, you're not going to hit it. Look, you can take the best example for me is Mike Trout with the Angels. Guy's not hitting high pitches. And he knows it, and he just lays off it. Now, he doesn't miss the low ones. And that's the thing. When you get a pitch and you're outman, you can't miss it.
In the dirt, a big stop there by Jeffers. So you just kind of got to say that the high fastball is a really hard pitch for anybody to hit. And
well, it's hard for Outman to hit, right?
Yeah.
It's hard for Mike Trout to hit. So what you say, and I don't even care if the big leagues, there's no way that guy can throw 3 high pitches for strikes. They can't. They can't do it. They're going to miss. And when they miss, that's when you pounce.
the 1-2 pitch. Able to stay alive on a good changeup.
If a pitcher could put the ball where he wanted to every time, there'd be no hitting, right? And that's the thing. Hitters hit mistakes.
Nasty pitch there to get Peralta out in front. 2 away. Philosophically, that's kind of the whole approach for this team. That's why they're so good on those borderline pitches, because just because it's a strike doesn't mean it's a good pitch to hit.
Right, and that's all strikes. Just because it's a strike, that doesn't mean that you are going to hit it and make hard contact. You can't cover the entire plate. I've never seen any hitter be able to do that. The closest one, Tony Gwynn. Great hitter for the Padres, Hall of Famer of the 90s and 2000.
Dodgers had first and third, nobody out. Back-to-back Ks for Ober, and it's up to Rojas. Runner takes off, throw down. They're trying to get hung up, and Muntz is out. So Martinez tried to get hung up between first and second. Did draw the throw, but Twins were able to get the throw home to beat Muncy and end the inning. It's over one night after they had to use 6 relievers. Shelby Miller on for the 5th inning. He was one of those 6 relievers last night.
Okay, we'll see how he bounces back this evening, but you mentioned bullpen was taxed last night. Kersh, shortest outing of the year. You mentioned that the pitch count just got erratic. And look at some of those hits that the Twins got. And again, not hard contact at all.
Buxton, Farmer, Kirilloff coming up. And a first pitch fastball's fouled back. Buxton 1 for 2, singled and then stole a base. By the hands, ball and a strike. Two and 1. You're talking about Byron being the stud in Bexley, Georgia, and from an early age. And they say it all started when he was 4 years old, when his dad's slow pitch softball team was a man short. So they put Byron out in right field. Figured nobody's going to hit it out there. That's a little bit low. Ball 3 on Byron. Well, anyways, he's just sitting out there picking the grass most of the day. And then somebody actually hits one. And the 4-year-old Byron springs to his feet and catches it. Started playing T-ball the next year. Became a local legend, draft pick, big league all-star. And he's got a leadoff walk here in the 5th.
So you're telling me at 4 years old he was in the local men's softball league?
The beer league.
That's
Yeah, they had their beer. He had his bottle. Here's Farmer. Another Georgia guy. Stayed in Georgia and played college ball for the Bulldogs. So he, broke into the majors as a catcher, and that's what Dodger fans know him as. That's what he was when he was here. It's been somewhat surprising to see him succeed the way he has as an infielder, but that's what he's always been. Buxton runs again. Barnes throw not close to in time, and Buxton has his 2nd stolen base of the night, doubling his total for the season.
not really paying attention. He steals this one off of Miller. Shoot, he's running the bases. Might see him out in center field tomorrow too, right? It's just feeling good.
Into scoring position for Farmer. Jams one foul, 1-2. First time that Kyle Farmer played catcher in his life was in rookie ball with the Dodgers. And so really this has been a return to his roots, going and playing the infield. Last 2 years, everyday shortstop for the Cincinnati Reds, and then acquired in a trade in December. They, of course, have Correa at short, so he's played the majority of his time at third. Punches one to first. Freeman has it. Race to the bag. Miller's there. Ball came out on the transfer. The out is good. There's a nice throw from that first baseman hitting the pitcher on the move, huh?
Yeah, nice play by Freddie. Gets over there and then gets the ball as quick as he can to Shelby Miller before Miller arrives at the base. Leads him, does a nice job. See how he catches it a couple steps before. Good job by Kyle Farmer as well, hitting the ball the other side and getting Buxton over to third. Good job by Shelby.
Infield's going to come in here as Kirilloff comes up in a 2-0 affair. First pitch change, strike one. Hit him. Ouch.
Shelby just yanked this one. You see, he gets him in the back foot. All right, you got the double play in order. Middle of the infield back. Everybody back now.
For Ryan Jeffers, double play candidate. He lays a bunt down towards first. Well done. Freeman will step on the bag, and that brings home Buxton. Well, the Twins, the big swinging Twins, playing small ball in this game. Bunch of singles, 3 stolen bases, and now an RBI and a bunt.
Right, and this was all set up with Kyle Farmer hitting that ball the other way, moving Buxton over to third base, and then Jeffers just pops it over to Freddie. He'll take the run. And it's actually a smart play because you're staying out of the double play. You're saying, look, I'll give up an out here.
Yeah. Strike one on Taylor. Just the 4th run knocked in this season for Jeffers. Doing so with a sacrifice bunt. 3-0 Twins in the 5th. Two of the 3 runs for the Twins have scored after reaching on walks. One and two. Miller deals, and Taylor says, get off me, ball. Stays alive, pushing it right side.
Yeah, defensive swing right there, fooled, but able to stay alive, just fouling that pitch off.
Sharply hit. Rojas gets there, springs to his feet, and gets a speedster. Miguel Rojas dazzling defensively. Twins with their 3rd single-run inning and halfway home in a 3-0 game. Great play to finish off the top of this inning. Leads off the bottom of the 5th and takes a strike. He was at the plate when the Dodgers tried to execute a play on the bases. It went awry and ended that inning. Well, the glove was always going to be the calling card for Rojas, but Dodgers still expecting more offense than they've gotten from him at this point, with the average of just 176. You look through the years, some of the seasons he's had, he had 290 one year, 284 another year. The short 2020 season, he hit above 300. Takes inside, and it's 2-2. And the hope was that the wrist and the hand issue that he dealt with last year that led to multiple surgeries was the biggest reason why there was a big drop-off last year. On a 2-2 pitch, Rojas corks one down the line, hooking to the corner, off the wall. Ricochets by Castro, and Rojas has the leadoff double. Second extra base hit of the homestand after he had gone from opening day until this homestand without one.
This pitch just hanging inside, and he yanks this thing down the line right off the short part of the wall. And now you're thinking you go back to that last inning where they got caught in the first and third steal play. I don't know if that's right. I'd call it a steal play, but
yeah,
you see that in the youth leagues a lot.
Strike on Barnes. That's where you kind of get there and you're like looking into your own dugout, like
right.
taunting your own dugout. Come on, guys.
Let me at least get one pitch,
yeah.
right? Let me.
One on Barnes. Ober comes home, and Barnes swats it foul. 1-2. Well, the Dodgers have had leadoff doubles in 3 of the 5 innings now. In the air to left, Castro has plenty of room. Back to the top, Mookie Betts. Third look for the Dodgers at Ober. Another chance to get things synced up against this unique look. The 6'9" righty.
Got him last time with a changeup.
Ground ball to short for Carlos Correa. Betts is out number 2. And it's up to Freeman.
First baseman, Freddie Freeman.
As one of the Dodgers' 5 hits in this game, single last time up. Our third, 2 away. Freeman spins it along the line, foul. The 0-1 climbed the ladder and came up empty.
Dodgers 1 for 8 tonight with runners in scoring position. That one hit also didn't score the run. That line drive to left.
In the air to center field. Taylor coming on, still coming, and a sliding attempt, but it pops out. Dodgers on the board as Rojas steps on home. Freddie Freeman with a 2-out RBI single, and it's 3-1.
Taylor coming in strong. It looked like he had it. Just popped out of his glove. More on the heel and just unable to hold on to it. He was there. That's not even heel. That's just flat out web.
This is a guy who's been one of the best defensive center fielders in baseball the last few years. Rusty Kuntz, the longtime outfield coach, former big league outfielder, who was the coach in Kansas City when Michael Taylor was there, said that he gets the reads of Ken Griffey Jr. Said he gets the reads of Griffey, and he's got an arm that it's hard to find a comparison for. A high praise for this guy, who had a shot there and couldn't bring it in. Costly. First run for the Dodgers. Tying run to the plate. Jason Hayward takes ball 1. Another change. Just one in there. Look out.
Thinking about sticking that elbow out and then realized you didn't have that arm guard on.
It's a lot of processing. 2-1 pitch way outside. Ball 3. After Hayward, it's Muncy. Over to 85 pitches on the night. Minnesota's bullpen heavily used last night as well. On 3-1, Hayward slices a fly ball to left field. Castro back at the track, at the wall. Just enough room to end the inning. But the Dodgers get on the board, finally taking advantage of a leadoff double. American League so far this season for the Twins and Sonny Gray, who's 4-0 with a 1.39 ERA. And then it's off to St. Louis. Starting a 3-city road trip. Longest road trip of the year through St. Louis, Atlanta, and Tampa Bay. Joey Gallo leads off this 6th against Shelby Miller. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cardinals lost tonight. It was only their 2nd loss out of their last 9 games. They lost 8 in a row, then they won 7 of 8. And it would not be that shocking to see at the end of the season the Cardinals find a way to win that division.
You think so? I
mean, I know it's a massive hole they've dug themselves. But that division's not that good. Gallo drills it foul.
So what do you think that's an 87 or 88 win division? And even so, if you're looking at that, you're going to have to win 70-some games of their next. I mean, when you start laying it out, like, I get it.
You're right.
You look at the division, you go, well, they should be better than those other teams, but.
No, you're right. I mean, they got to play close to a 100-win pace, given the hole they dug themselves.
Right.
Pirates have come back to earth very quickly. Gallo down swinging and a nice pitch for the first out of the 6th. Cubs better than everybody thought they would be. We'll see how sustainable that is. And then the Brewers seem like the most legitimate.
That's right.
Thing.
Yep. Whatever it is, I just think there's one team coming out of there, and that's the winner.
Yeah.
Right.
East really tough.
Sure.
Figure the Mets are going to figure it out at some point here. And then in the West, of course, you got the Dodgers and the Padres. But how about the Diamondbacks continuing to hang around? They've won 4 games in a row, and they're within 3 of the Dodgers in the division, even as well as LA's played lately.
And that's a young team. Meaning I don't see those guys tire. I think if anything, the longer they stay around, the more they believe.
Make a move or two.
Sure, right?
Billy Castro is 2 for 2 out of the 9 spot today. Good frame by Barnes. 1 and 2. Back-to-back Ks to open the 6th for Shelby Miller.
He'd been living down in the zone with that fastball and then goes up to the top part. Castro can't catch up to it. Just changing eye level, not necessarily a fastball break, but with this fastball, low and high.
Trying to take the first chunk out of what the bullpen will have to do tonight. Victor Gonzalez getting ready down in the Dodger bullpen. Got a pinch hitter coming up here, Trevor Larnach, who went deep last night and over his last 2 games has 2 homers and 7 knocked in.
Pinch hitter, number 9, Trevor Larnach.
You were saying before the long home run last night, EK, the toolbox and the look, it's a big-time player.
Oh, yeah. And the kid has confidence, too. Got a little swagger to him.
First-round pick out of Oregon State. 1 ball, 1 strike. Debuted in 2021 with about a half a season in the majors, and then last year had a core injury and had a season-ending surgery in June. So just played 51 games. They got a couple guys in Larnach and Kirilloff that they've had high hopes for as first-round picks that just haven't been able to be healthy. Fastball for a strike, and it's 1 and 2. And you look back at last night's home run that tied it. .6'4", 225 pounds. Power and speed. 26 years of age. Towering fly ball to center field, but just missed it to the bottom of the 6th. 1-2-3 inning for Shelby Miller.
Right now, coming out of that quote-unquote mini slump, is that he finally has some more energy back, guys.
Yeah, and he's shown it the last couple nights. He's gone 4 for 6 in this series. 2 home runs and a double for Max. Bailey Ober gets strike 1 with a well-located high fastball.
Okay, we're getting through the 3rd time of the lineup. Guys are getting to see him, and got a run last inning.
Or that changeup, when it's good, it's really good.
And that's the thing, that the left-handed hitters are going to get that changeup, that curveball, and then that fastball that just rides. Again, you look at that velocity and you think, how are they not hitting it? I mean, guys throwing 97 and 98, but this guy's only throwing 92. Come on. But again, it's that extension and where he's releasing the ball.
It's the perceived velocity. Heck of a lot higher than it shows on the screen. Twins are going to have a hard time taking this guy out of the rotation as they get healthy. He's in Kenta Maeda's spot currently. Maeda's supposed to come back soon. Ober's trying to get to 3-0. His ERA is 1.84 through 5 starts. His 1-2 to Max Muncy. Fouled off. Another 1-2. Another change. One away in the 6th.
Designated hitter, J.D. Martinez.
Here's Martinez, 1 for 2. Brock Stewart has started to warm in the Minnesota bullpen. Both teams are going to need some guys to go back-to-back after the way last night took shape. And then he got the noon game coming
Right, that's
tomorrow.
what I was going to say. Just no rest at all. Well, that's where you're looking at Sonny Gray there, one of the top pitchers in the game, and Dustin May, who's as good as anybody.
And has been much more efficient lately, which is a really nice recipe given the way things are going with the bullpen. One pitch. Martinez tries to lay off, but he went around, and it's 1-2.
Ober just has great stuff. You see that ball way out of the zone, and JD can't check. We saw Max go after some changeups.
Now those are the two pitches he spent this offseason working really hard on, the changeup and the slider. Let's go over 2-2. It is a fastball, and it's swung on and missed. Strike 3. Back-to-back Ks to open the 6th, and 6 total for Ober.
Great location, just up in the zone. JD unable to catch up, and that's 91 miles an hour. Just ties him up. Again, the Dodgers just haven't had good swings. Even the run that they got, right? I mean, Michael Taylor drops that ball. He could have grabbed it.
Hey, so there's a little wrinkle off of what they've been doing to Outman. First pitch curve. It's been mostly high fastballs. And it is there.
I mean, you've got to keep going there until James proves that he's able to lay off of it.
He does. And ahead 2-1.
So here as a hitter, you want to be aggressive, but you've got to set your sights down. And I feel like they're going to go and try and use his aggressiveness against him right here and go up in the zone.
With a 2-1 pitch. Fastball cut on and missed. 2-2. Right back there. Got to this one, but not particularly deep. Gallows got it. And Bailey Ober crosses 100 pitches for the first time this season. Gives up just 1 run over 6 innings at Dodger Stadium. After a couple innings from Shelby Miller, who's in, who's out, brought to you by In-N-Out. It's Victor Gonzalez. 8 games in the big leagues this year. No runs against him.
Sinker slider guy, throw the changeup occasionally, but really just going to come at you with that hard stuff.
And as a show of how Dave Roberts is feeling about him, look where he gets deployed. 2, 3, and 4. Correa, Buxton, and Farmer. That's 3 right-handed hitters. And that's ball 1 to Correa. Righties are 0 for 15 so far against Victor Gonzalez this year. He's given him 4 hits, and all those from left-handers. Got the call there, 1-1. What is it about Victor giving right-handed hitters such a hard time?
The sinker. I think that they're just, you get that sinker, you're worried about that slider, but he just comes right at you. Again, it's not like he's striking people out, but just not good contact.
Correa to right center field with his first hit of this series. Leadoff single here in the 7th, Carlos Correa.
Designated hitter number 25, Byron Buxton.
That's a sinker that just left up out over the plate, a lot higher than he intended it. throw it. Gray doesn't hit it all that hard, but able to serve it out to right center.
Been a good day for Buxton. 1 for 2, and he's stolen 2 bases. First time in 5 years Byron Buxton has had multiple steals in a game.
Well, remember one of those hits too. He hustled down to first.
Yeah.
Head first slide and beat the pitcher.
Showing that he's still got it in his legs. And the thinking was that he was going to begin the year as the DH and then maybe work his way back into center field, but no indication that that's going to be anytime soon. And it's hard to argue with what they're doing, as productive as he's been. Average not necessarily pretty, but OPS still above 800. And he's got 8 home runs. Legs look very fresh, what we've seen tonight.
He's just a presence too. He's intimidating.
Up the middle, past Gonzalez, right at bats, to the bag, to first. In the dirt, and a fielder's choice. So they get the lead man, but Buxton aboard. And 1 gone in the 7th.
Right to Mookie. Well, it's off of Gonzalez's glove, and then he tries to touch the base and make the throw at the same time.
Third baseman number 12, Kyle Farmer.
See, Gonzalez just deflects that a bit. Freddie almost picks it.
Buxton at first for Farmer. Ball 1. Does Buxton think about trying for a 3rd stolen base? A little harder now with the left-hander, although he had Kershaw that he stole one off of. 2-0. Buxton came into the game with 2 steals in 38 games this year. Only had 6 steals all of last year.
Better tone it down a bit, or they're going to start expecting it.
Right. It's like doing too good a job cleaning up when your parents tell you to. No, you got to leave some crumbs so they don't think that you're an expert. Four-pitch walk to Farmer. And a quick word from Carl's Jr.
Famous Star Burger. Tonight, my rewards members get exclusive offers on the Carl's Jr. app.
Alex Kirilloff's gotten hit by a pitch twice tonight. One of them just glanced him, and then one of them got him pretty good on the foot or the ankle. Well, when the sample is as small as it still is for Alex Kirilloff, you never want to have a bad night when it goes 12 innings, because he went 1 for 7 and it dropped his average 64 points. Just given the fact that he's only played 9 games. Nice pitch there, and it's 0-2. And he struck him out.
Really nice job with that slider right there. Kirilloff doesn't have a chance. You know, that was a 15th at-bat. The Twins have had a total of 26 at-bats. 15 of them tonight have come with runners in scoring position.
Man, I mean, right from the first batter of the game, there's a man in scoring position with a double from Solano. That's ball 1 on Jeffers. Strikeout was the 10th of the game, so everybody gets free Jumbo Jack to munch on while they watch Dustin May. Watch Dustin May pitch and eat a Jumbo Jack. What a day. What a Wednesday. Fly ball to right field. Jason Hayward settles under it and sends this game to the 7th inning stretch. The Twins 3, the Dodgers 1.
It's
4th and 5th for the Twins. Dodgers' lone tally came in the 5th inning. And a base hit from Freddie Freeman. Bottom of the 7th, bottom of the order. It's Peralta, Rojas, and Barnes coming up against Brock Stewart. Former Dodger, pitched in last night's game as well. Scoreless 1 1/3. And now has pitched in 8 games for the Twins and not given up a run. First one to Peralta is sacked foul. If you happen to not be tuned in when Brock pitched last night, it's worth telling you a little bit about the path he's been on since the Dodgers last had him here. So with the Dodgers debuting in 2016, pitched for him through 2019. They traded him to the Blue Jays. Handful of games at the end of 2019. Hadn't pitched in the major leagues again until the Twins picked him up this year. 3.5 years between big league outings for Brock Stewart. Looped into right center field. Long run to the gap, and it carries over Gallo. Peralta's got a leadoff double. That thing didn't necessarily have a great sound, but it just kept on flying.
Yeah, it kept carrying it. Joey had a relatively decent route on it. Thought maybe that thing was going to hang up there and he was going to grab it, but that thing just kept going. It's our 4th leadoff double of the night here. We've got to make it happen here. Score some runs.
How about that? 4 leadoff doubles in 7 innings. They cashed in on the 1 in the 5th. It immediately puts the tying run up there in the form of Miguel Rojas, who contributed one of those leadoff doubles and scored the Dodgers' only run. Stewart deals. Rojas takes a strike on a generous outside corner. Called by the rookie home plate umpire Shane Livensparger. Chopper. Castro gets him. Castro, who started the game and left, moves into second, makes a solid play there. To third goes Peralta. Into the plate comes Barnes. Boy, as they try to chip away here, EK, that's a run they've got to have down.
Well, it's a productive at-bat by Rojas. I mean, at least he moves him over to third base. Does Peralta. Up to Barnesy here. You got to get him in. Infield in for the Twins.
His old teammate Stewart throws. Well, he had one that was farther outside that was called a strike in the last at bat. It's upside down. Two and oh.
If you're Barnesy here, you got to be aggressive. You got to figure they're going to come right after you with Mookie Betts on deck.
On 2-0, Barnes takes one that splits the plate 2-1. Peralta at third, one away, 2-1 pitch from Brock Stewart. Barnes swings through it, 2-2. Here it comes. Full count. Top of the order coming up. Another tight one between these teams in the late innings after that wild ride last night. On a 3-2, Barnes swings through it. Strike 3. Big strikeout for Brock Stewart.
Stewart just reared back when he got behind him. Went after Barnesy with fastballs. Getting up there 98 miles an hour.
Yeah. Now he's got to deal with Mookie Betts. 1 for 3. Stewart's first one is just outside. Jeffers not having it. And you can't blame him.
Stewart getting no love out there.
David Peralta doubled to start this inning. He's at third with 2 out. 1-0 to Betts. Off the glove. Peralta throws on the brakes. Not an easy read, but he made the right one.
Saw him throw on the brakes, and he turned around and he scampered back. You watch him getting back to third. Look at this. Watch this, and he's going to dive in there. There's no messing around.
Perry didn't get enough credit for the athletic freak that he is. He's apparently an absolute monster when it comes to weight room and agility stuff. You saw some of that stop and start fast twitch there.
Right? Now Barnesy got the 2-0 fastball, and I'm saying there is no way Mookie's getting a 2-0 fastball.
Done a lot of damage on fastballs lately. Got one, but very high.
Yep.
Giovanni Moran, left-hander, perhaps ready for Freddie Freeman. Green light there if he wants it. Trying to tie the game. Took it, 3-1. Stewart to Betts. 3-2. A little bit of restlessness in the crowd. Dodgers have had opportunities in this game. On 3-2, Betts takes ball 4 as it took off on Stewart. That'll put him at the corners for Freeman.
Yeah, that was an off-speed pitch right there. Really not all that concerned about walking Mookie in this situation. Going to have a lefty-on-lefty matchup coming up here.
Rocco Baldelli called down to the bullpen. And he will bring on Moran to face Freddie Freeman. Dodgers have the tying run on base. The go-ahead run at the plate. When you come back. So it's Giovanni Moran on for the left-hander Freddie Freeman.
Fastball, slider, changeup. Against the lefty, he's going to throw that fastball and slider. He will utilize a changeup, though.
Moran in his 3rd season in the majors. Really good last year. Had a .221, but saw the numbers this year off to a rocky start. Tying run aboard. Go-ahead run at the plate. Freddie Freeman takes a ball from Moran. Dodgers trailed this game after a half inning. They've been punching up since. Twins with 1 in the 1st, 4th, and 5th. Dodgers got their run in the 5th. 1st and 3rd, 2 out. The 1-0. Drops low, ball 2.
Started Freddie with 2 changeups. See CT on the deck circle.
It's a Jason Hayward spot. Freeman trying to pass the baton there. 2-0 pitch. Ball 3. .30. 4-pitch walk. Bases loaded for the Dodgers. A lot of managers will tell you they don't like to bring a reliever in with the bases loaded because it doesn't give you that wiggle room to find it. Well, very quickly, Moran created that situation for himself. On 4 pitches, walks Freddie Freeman. Bases loaded for Chris Taylor.
Well, we just saw him throw 4 changeups to Freddie Freeman. That's lefty on lefty. You usually don't see that very often, but overall, he throws his changeup more often than his fastball, almost 50% of the time against right-handed hitters. CT, if I'm him right now, I'm sitting on a changeup because I know I'm getting one. I know I'm getting one. Sitting on it, trying to make him get it up in the zone. I'm thinking right center field.
Peralta's at third, Betts at second, Freeman at first. Chris Taylor with his first at-bat of this series. Moran deals, and Taylor takes in the dirt. Ball 1. Ball 5. If you're wondering, Chris Taylor has 4 grand slams in the regular season in his career. Last one was 6 years ago. On this 1-0 pitch. Floats it into center field. Taylor didn't get a great read, but he recovers and makes the catch to end the inning. Frozen in his tracks on the crack of the bat. Accelerated forward and kept the Twins in front. Game to the 8th, and Justin Bruihl for the 3rd consecutive day is going to pitch. It's been fantastic. 8 games, just 1 run.
Well, he really has, and every time he's been asked to go out there, he has been dealing.
2 Ks and 3 consecutive outings for Bruihl. Comes home to Michael Taylor, misses inside, ball 1. Chris Taylor, after pinch hitting, stays in and plays second base. Mookie Betts goes from second to right. One. Michael A. Taylor. The A is for Anthony. That was his dad's name. His dad spent more than 2 decades as an officer in the Army. He was Michael's biggest fan, but passed away early on in Michael's big league career. Leaves that one upstairs, 2-1. The youngest of 5 kids and the only boy in the family. Had 4 older sisters growing up in that military family. Bounced around a little bit as a kid. Went to high school in Florida. Drafted in the 6th round. Debut with the Washington Nationals. Swats a line drive to center field and hit it too hard. Hung up for James Outman. And here's Gallo.
Right fielder, number 13, Joey Gallo.
1 for 3. 1 for 6 in the 2 games. Hit sharply. Base hit right field.
A little better than that first hit he had, where it was a line drive into right, but this one a little longer. I'm talking to Freddie again. Both hits off left-handers.
Castro up the middle. Diving stop. Rojas feeds Taylor. Wide throw. Safe. Still though, Miguel Rojas putting on a show out there.
You mentioned putting on a clinic right here. Watch the toss from just, he's completely outstretched, makes a perfect toss to Chris Taylor there. Taylor unable to get completely turned, and Freddie making the good effort to try and apply the tag, but
Left fielder, number 9.
just his ability to flip the ball. He was completely laying on the ground there.
2 out. Here's Trevor Larnach off of the bench in the 6th inning. Fly to deep center field. Runner takes off and pitches fouled off.
These are the running Twins tonight.
Right?
You know, I think more than anything, though, it just shows what they are capable of doing. Now, maybe they're taking advantage of, the Dodgers a bit here, which some teams have.
Rocco Baldelli doesn't give steal signs. He just gives all his players the green light when they think they have it.
Tommy Lasorda, when he was managing here, would let you run. And if he said, though, if you got thrown out at second base, just keep on walking out to the bullpen in left field. The players' parking lot was beyond that. Just get in your car and leave. If you're safe, it's all good. If you're out, just keep going.
Popped out of his hand a little bit. 2-1. Rocco Baldelli's a guy that could run a little bit in his day.
He could play. Had some health issues, obviously, curtailed his career, but a lot of expectations when he first came up.
This is the 6th pick of the draft. Runner goes again. Barnes chucks it down there. Not in time. 4 stolen bases for the Twins, who came into the game with 11 all year.
Yeah, Barnes doesn't even have a shot there in that situation. Again, stealing it off the pitcher.
Three-one pitch. Larnach takes a strike. 3-2. Baldelli out of Woonsocket, Rhode Island. They called him the Woonsocket Rocket. 3-2 to Trevor Larnach. Freak athlete. Apparently he could dunk when he was 13 years old. All-state in baseball, basketball, volleyball, track and field.
He's dunking at 13. Byron Buxton's playing in the men's softball league at 4. We got quite a collection.
That's right. Precocious talent down there in that Twins dugout. Another payoff. Larnach's down swinging. That thing falls off the table. Scoreless inning for Justin Brule to the bottom of the 8th in a 3-1 game. Running out of opportunities here. Bottom of the 8th inning, down 3-1. Muncy, Martinez, and Outman coming up. Once he's 1 for 3. He's got one of those leadoff doubles on his line tonight. And he takes ball 1 from Giovanni Moran. Came on to face Freddie Freeman last inning, walked him, and then got Chris Taylor to fly out to center. The 1-0 pitch. Strike 1.
You talk about the Dodgers having a lot of opportunities. 2 for 12 tonight with runners in scoring position. And they've gone through stretches before, and they combat that with the home run. We haven't seen that yet tonight.
On a 2-1 pitch, Muncy climbs the ladder and comes up empty. 2-2. Moran delivers. Ball 3. Muncy can reach. Tying run would come up here. Martinez waits on deck. Moran's 3-2. Muncy's down swinging.
Moran stayed at the top of the zone with that fastball. He had not matched his swing earlier in the count. Same spot. Just so enticing as a hitter.
So here's Martinez, 1 for 3. 1-0. One. Nasty pitch, 1-2.
Talked about it. That changeup over half of his pitches. Been able to mix in that high fastball as well to keep the hitters off balance.
Moran out of Puerto Rico. Griffin Jacks down in the bullpen ready. After Martinez, it's James Outman. Moran deals the 1-2 and Martinez fights it off. We'll do it again. Moran, who just turned 26 years old. Highest strikeout rate for a rookie in Twins history last year. Let's see why with the stuff. Still early enough where relievers' ERA can be deceiving. Above 5 for him, but then you look and see he's got 20 Ks in 17 innings. Count evens 2-2 on Martinez. Moran lets it fly, and it's ball 3. Payoff pitch. Lifted to right center field. Gallo, 2 out. Probably going to be the last hitter here for Moran. I beg your pardon, you have left-handed batting David Peralta next. So a couple hitters here with the righty ready. A couple hitters before you get to a righty in the lineup, though. Outman's 0 for 3. In the dirt with the first one.
Going to stay out of the zone against him and throw that changeup, keeping it down like that. If they do offer the fastball, you know that'll be up out of the zone.
Not close, 2-0. Cut the corner.
Oh. That's the thing as a hitter, James Outman right now, things aren't going great for you. The guy makes a filthy pitch on a 2-0 count.
There's that high fastball, and it's 2-2. Three-one Twins, bottom of the 8th inning. The 2-2 on the ground to second, picked by Castro, throws on the move and ends a 1-2-3-8. Instead of the series his last time up, Dodgers has done a good job on him though. He's 1 for 8, 4 Ks. Justin Brule staying in, doing his best to cover the rest of this game and give the bullpen a shot tomorrow after they had to cover so much of last night's game. Covered 8 innings last night and 5 innings tonight. Back-to-back starts of just 4. Syndergaard last night, Kershaw tonight. 2-0 on Correa. Yeah, both teams feeling good about the starting pitchers they have going tomorrow, with both bullpens getting used heavily. 2-0 pitch is sent way up there. No big deal though. Peralta's there. Correa's the first out of the 9th. And here's Buxton. He's found the fountain of youth today. Way he's been running around the field.
Legs are feeling good. We'll have to see how will the legs feel tomorrow. That's going to be the question.
Maybe really good sitting on the bench.
Right,
Could see him getting it
right.
done.
Right.
He takes ball 1. He's in his 9th year in the majors, but he's only played 100 games 1 time. Tonight is looked as fresh as could be. Play of the game brought to you by your Southern California Volkswagen dealers. Give me the score on a bunt. It's sort of been that kind of game.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's our play of the game. A recorded out bunt for an RBI.
Yeah, to set the place on fire.
Right? So good.
Roundhouse.
Buxton just so out in front of that. I mean, it's got 2 things going for you. It's got just how slow it is and also the break. Receives a hitter 2 different ways.
Buxton yanks it into left field for another base hit. And it gets into the corner. He streaks into second. Second hit of the game. 3rd consecutive multi-hit game after an 0 for 28 slide.
Pitch just kind of dives right into his bat path, down and in. Didn't get it in far enough. That ball he hit the other night that was for a double late in the game that scooted by Hayward in center was 115 miles off the bat. Guy just hard contact.
Strike on Farmer. You know it's hit hard when it hits the grass like a few feet beyond the infield and still splits the outfielders.
Yep.
We saw Juan Soto do that this weekend. Farmer hits one a ton. Deep left field. Back goes Peralta at the wall. 2-run home run, Kyle Farmer. Doubling the lead for the Twins.
Ball just staying out over the plate. Kyle Farmer enjoying his return to Dodger Stadium.
Strike on Kirilloff. Enjoying his return to baseball, period.
Yeah, right.
7 games off of the injured list, and he's hitting close to 400. 0-2 on Kirilloff. Well, the task that much more difficult for the Dodgers in the bottom of the 9th. Bottom of the order coming up. Looks like it's going to be Griffin Jax. Twins offense, another good day. This is now 40 runs in their last 4 games. Double-digit hits in all 4 of those. Strike 3 called, 2 out. And if they hit like this, they might win the Central by 30 games.
Right.
Number 27, Ryan Jeffers.
They've not hit hardly at all, and they got a 3-game lead, 23-19 over the Guardians and the Tigers. The Tigers have climbed back into early contention. Jeffers grounds 1 to short. Rojas is there. And that sends this game to the bottom of the 9th inning, but a 2-run home run from Kyle Farmer makes it 5-1 Minnesota. In a row against Minnesota, going back more than a decade. Another good night offensively for the Twins. For the Dodgers, they've had their chances, but it's unable to cash in. Griffin Jax on to pitch for the 20th time already.
Yeah, we saw him the other night. He can get it up there pretty good, 96, 97 sometimes, but really in love with his sweeper. Likes to throw that an awful lot. Sometimes gets a little too comfortable with it.
You have the 1 run in the 8th inning last night. And the double from Peralta, who leads off this inning. He's given up a run in 4 of his last 5 outings. 5 of his last 7. So a tall mountain to climb here. Down 4 after the Farmer home run. And strike 1. Well, baseball schedule just keeps coming at you, sometimes faster than other days. And this is going to be a quick turnaround after this one. A noon start time to get the Dodgers a head start on their road trip to St. Louis. Sleep fast.
Right. It's at 4 in St. Louis and off to Atlanta and Tampa.
Some good teams, man.
Yeah, you're not lying.
Considering the Cardinals good now.
Right.
Peralta down on 3 pitches. 1 out in the 9th.
Shortstop, number 11, Miguel Rojas.
Rojas has the lone Dodger run of the game after doubling in the 5th. That's some awesome defense.
Yeah, Jack's not messing around with any of that off-speed stuff right now, and nor should he.
To the right field corner. Gallo with a nice running catch. Joey Gallo, a big man with a lot of power, but he's also a 2-time Gold Glover.
Yeah, very athletic. Played some infield early on in his career.
Austin Barnes.
He could have been like a George Kittle-like NFL tight end.
It's a good call right there.
Similarly, like limber too.
A big separator, though. NFL, you're getting hit.
Yeah.
And that changes everything, no matter how big you are.
Look, I didn't say it wanted to be that.
Right.
Jack's filling up the zone. 0-2 on Barnes. and Gray tomorrow to wrap up this series, and it appears at this point that'll be the rubber match. Couple first place teams. Barnes into right field. That's down. A 2-out base hit. And it gets Betts another opportunity. Well, how big does that Farmer home run look?
Right?
Number 50.
Barnesy, nice job. This pitch excellently located, but does a nice job of getting it out there and serving it into right. Nice line drive. Sleep a little better tonight.
Double and a walk for Betts. Ball one. The other way. Gallo ends the game and ends the winning streak for the Dodgers at 6. 5-1 final score. Minnesota Twins even this series at a game apiece, and at noon tomorrow decide the series.
It just wasn't their night. Just from the get-go, Kirsch wasn't sharp. Offense, a lot of opportunities. You mentioned quick sleep, come back and win that rubber game tomorrow.
All right, for Eric Karros, Kirsten Watson, and the rest of our crew, Joe Davis saying so long from Dodger Stadium.